So you're going to head off. Just so you know, if anyone is going to write any backstory, you can't actually use Heliopolis, which is way down here. 'Cause it's actually a ruin of the city.
Where? Missed that.
Right over here.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Very bottom.
Well, that kind
Oh, I
of
thought-
geographically makes sense, actually. It just looks
Very
like...
nice lands, those places. That was
Well,
part of
the other point about it is that somewhere outside of the city of Heliopolis is the Elysium Order's headquarters. Um, so that's all you know. You actually haven't been there yet. You won't get to go there until you're at least 3rd level. Katrina, not Katrina, yeah, Kathiana would have been trained elsewhere, probably more towards Karnak than anywhere else in her backstory, but that's about the only thing that changes.
Yeah, it's pretty
Right.
open, so we can be wherever we can be with
Yeah.
regards to backstory.
Yeah, yeah. And you actually are going to head into a lovely little town all the way over here. Hopefully you can see that.
Dead
Dudbar.
bar.
Dudbar.
Dot bar.
Dudbar.
Dot bar.
So, let me take you to Dudbar.
Are we
Ooh,
still
big,
in training? How long since we've been in training?
big city.
You're never out of training.
Yeah, but I'm guessing there's kind of like a boot camp first. Like a serious... you're living
No, it's a
here in our
series
close
of
kind of
ongoing
training while we...
tests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You do your final swearing in, so to speak, once you have achieved 3rd level, and you make the trip to find the headquarters of Elysium.
Tests heard.
So, just a couple of things to note in Dudbar is that although it says Temple District, it, because of the Shung overthrow, there are no actual active temples there. Those buildings have been taken over. It's more of a slum slash warehouse gathering outsiders area now, more than anything else. And of course then you have the mall below it, which is the people who actually live there, the slums, and that's where you may go. The dried riverbed that runs through the town, they've actually filled up the grate, so there's no way to get through that part of the wall. It's actually been bricked up. The river dried up about, I don't know, a couple of decades ago, never refilled, so that's about the only other significant thing. You are actually heading to Dadbar. You have been given your contact. You are to go to
Dot bar.
yes, but there is a bazaar. The Bazaar of Plum Delights is what it's called. They have very fancy flowery names, these places.
It's funny.
You wait till you get to the Bazaar of the Dark Desires in another town. But anyway, so Dudbar is primarily a mixing pot. Ottoman, Sarene. There are some. It's got a lot of everyone, but primarily Ottoman, Sarene. And you will be contacted on the 3rd day. That is really about all you get. not much else. Any other questions about that?
Okay, just managed to unmute my thing.
Yeah.
And my only question was the other bazaar you talked about, the bazaar...
In Messina.
Okay, no. I had a real good wisecrack to make, but
Okay, go for it.
it's gone now. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, why?
We'll go with... Yeah, I was just asking... No, I've lost it. That's the whole thing.
Okay. Entirely up to you.
I had one right lined up about plums and, you know,
Okay, go
bazaar
for it.
plums, and,
Yep.
and it's gone now. Too much time trying to work out how to unmute my phone, but...
Awesome.
Okay, back to the game.
No problem.
How long have we been together as a group?
Mm.
How long have we known each other?
I would say everyone roll a d12.
Me and Mold know each other well.
Well, the fact that the two of you are brothers, yes, that would be part of it. That number is the number of months that you have been together.
Okay.
Of course, Dave or Andy, your number is going to have to be the same. So you've been together 5 months.
5 months.
I'm guessing myself and Andy or Katiana have been together a bit longer than we have been with the rest.
Possibly, that's why you got a 5 there and everyone else has got very low numbers at the moment.
Oh,
So, Josh,
we still roll?
Josh, you would still be the same, sorry, not Josh, Dan, you'd be the same as your brother Josh, Mold,
Okay.
or whatever his name is, which is
Mold.
2 months. Mold, yeah. So...
I was there from the beginning.
You were, so you've been with the order for 6 months, so basically, as a group, collectively, you've been together for about a month. So that is your order together in Dadbar. You have a mission. Your mission, you know, is assassination of some nature. You know that you're to meet in this bazaar of the Dark Plum. I'll recall it the Dark Plum. And on the 3rd day you'll be contacted. So I'm just going to we'll just use gold and silver for the moment, unless somebody's actually gone to the thing of changing anything. We'll get used to the money system later if we need to. And all I need is the spell you're memorizing for today, please, Sid. If you can type that in, then I'll be aware of what you're doing.
So what was my plans today? Just
What was what?
sorry. I was fucking distracted by someone. Light.
Okay, sweet. So you're going to, it's going to take you a couple of days to get to Dabar from where you are. So I'm just going to roll some encounters because they could be fun.
Where we are?
Yeah,
Where are we?
You are heading from the southwest, so you're heading northeast.
Sorry, what? Southwest?
You are heading in this direction.
Okay. Sorry, you have to go through the directions.
Which is a different map on a different sheet, which doesn't let me show that. So you'll be coming probably through the west gate or the gate of the Black Throne. Either or.
I mean, Cat, we could go around circle, or yeah, that could work.
So, excuse me. So let's have a wee looky see here. That's
Scott, what's your character called?
Doras Ringal.
Oh, that's you, okay. Because I see Scott on some things and Darius on others.
Yeah, I changed to speaking out of character.
Big number.
Don't worry, they're just individual encounter rolls and none of them did anything. Damn.
Yay.
So you spent the last 2 days in the sweltering heat. We're going to put you in the early parts of summer. Excuse me. And the sweltering heat has been around about 38, 39 degrees. So it's been really nice.
Sounds like a typical day in Mitchison.
hmm
It actually does.
Considering that human meat starts to dissolve or degrade at temperatures above 40. So by the end of the second day, you start to approach the walled city of Dadbar. You can see a few things moving around outside the walls. The walls have been patched up. Obviously you can see the devastation that was the attack of the Shung, where huge chunks of the walls were taking out, but they, as I said, have been patched up over the decades intervening. Which gate are you guys intending to come through?
Which gate?
That's a good question.
I mean,
Is this city essentially hostile, or are we going in incognito?
I say closest gate.
Probably through the Lion Gate, I'd say.
Callaway, how do you know whether it's hostile or not?
This is true. This is more of a group question, I guess, rather than one for you, Steve. You know,
Right.
trying to
Okay.
prompt consideration rather than just assuming that.
Rightio. So the first
I
thing
think
you've
we
got to
should enter
remember,
through the gate of the back throne.
any city is potentially dangerous
Yeah.
to you. Any city potentially is a lifesaver to you. It just depends on where you find yourself and who finds you doing what.
Okay. So what direction are we approaching the city from?
You are coming in from the southwest heading northeast. So you
Okay.
either enter the west gate or the gate of the Black Throne.
Why would a merchant enter anywhere else other than the gate of the Black Throne?
Right.
Throne, sorry.
That seems better gate.
Well, what are our wares if we're going in there?
You don't
I
have
assume
to be
we're
a
posing as
caravan, you
merchants.
just happen to be going through that gate. That's fine. It's up
Yeah.
to you.
No. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, the Black Throne sounds good.
Mold, what do you think?
I honestly don't mind. I just want to get out of the heat.
That true.
You could swim in.
Quick query, Steve. This silk armor, is it like traditional silk armor, or is it more like robes?
It's a combination of the two. It's light enough to be treated as clothes, but it does have some reinforcements like silk armor does.
Okay, so relatively common or not so much? I know it's an expensive garb, but
It really depends where you are. In a city of this size, you would probably encounter it. In a smaller village, it would look out of place. You'd look very rich, very out of place. But in a city town of this size, it's probably not uncommon, but it wouldn't.
not
be
uncommon. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be common.
So we go south gate or west gate?
I don't know.
South.
It's hot. It's hot. Let's go south.
Okay. You head in through, well, you head towards the gate of the Black Throne. Before you stand a group of around about 8 guards on the 2 main towers, which have basically shelters, poles and shade cloth of some sort atop. They're not actually crenellated or anything, they just stand and observe. They stand around about 25 feet tall. Between the two towers, which are heavily decorated with the various previous, which has been a lot has been vandalized, but you can see some of the various creatures that were held in port in this town, Shadoo, sphinxes, that sort of thing. That's all sort of, they actually decorate along the outside of the wall as well. A lot of it's been defaced. The towers look like they actually took a lot of damage in whatever fight was happened here a long time ago. You catch a group of around about 8 men wearing clothes wrapped around their face and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, guards are all holding spears or some sort or other, some ninganata, and on the roof there's at least 2 sets of archers on each tower, looking at you. So you're challenged at the gate to stop and name your business.
We are mere merchants, my friend.
Right, well then that'll be the merchant's tax, won't it? That's 4
Unfortunately, my
silver
friend,
pieces
we were assaulted by bandits on your road.
each. Not my
All of
my
our wares are
friend.
gone. We were looking to recuperate some costs by making some deals and achieving
you'll
some
have
things.
some money.
Perhaps we can pay the tax on the way out, my friend.
I'm sure you could, but unfortunately to get through these gates you need 4 to cough up 4 silver pieces each.
4 silver pieces, my friend. How can we afford such a thing after being attacked by bandits? I'm not your soldiers supposed to protect these roads?
We're here to protect whoever comes in the city.
We will be no hassle, my friend. Maybe 2 silver pieces we could afford, just.
Seems steep tax.
Well, that's a pity, because, 3 silver pieces I'd sort of could look sideways a little bit and let you go through.
How many of us? This is per person, right, Steve?
Yep,
How many of us are here again?
7 I believe.
7, so that would be 21. Maybe a combined total of 15. That is all we have, my friend. We really cannot afford more.
I don't see you having much luck in business if that's all you come into the city with, so I'm going to suggest 18.
Yes, I think maybe we can. Let me talk to my friends. I think maybe we have enough. We'll just check.
Why?
Yeah, don't know. Yeah, let's just pay the 18. Come on. We don't need to make a scene. We just want to get in.
I just want to
Go
get in
about our
out of the
business.
heat.
How much?
Actually,
You don't just pay the man.
Yeah, exactly. Your assassin friend is doing exactly what you should be doing.
How much gold, silver per gold?
10 silver per gold.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Okay.
pay him in gold. Do not pay him in
You
gold.
won't get any change.
Yeah, I know. I don't
I reckon
care.
we pay him in a few copper and silver, but
Make sure you take off the 18 silver pieces, guys.
All right. So
Once that happens, the guy will...
I don't have silver.
Well, you guys are going to have trouble.
So how much is that? Yeah. How much?
Did we
is that?
how much is that each?
Can
1
we
silver equals 10 copper, if that helps.
can we do conversions before we start? Because all I have is gold.
Well, that's stupid.
This is out.
I've got silver. We'll sort it out later. Don't worry.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can.
Silver, copper, and all that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I already converted all my coin to that weird coin.
That's okay.
so 18. We'll give him. Hang on.
So,
Actually,
okay, so how many kopecks do you have there, Sid?
Wait, which one's the code? Wait,
That's
because there was
the
2
silver.
coinage. Hold on.
The Shung money. You're in Shung territory, not Stakarian territory.
Wait, there's different types of gold now?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Stakarian and Shung.
Yeah, I did the stuff.
What did we
Starian.
I don't friggin' know.
What did we start with?
I don't
There
fucking know.
is money, credo, and codex in the Dropbox for you to have a look at, guys.
Yeah, I saw that. What type of gold did we start with? Did we roll on, as far as things go?
I assume
So
that we could just take a...
Gold. Transfer
Hold
whatever
on.
you have left into one or both of the money systems. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Money, credo, and codex. Here we are.
Shit.
Right.
Oh, so we have to follow this codex down.
Okay. I'll just pay for the group, and we'll get in and sort it out later between us. We'll give them 9. Oh, I've got Shung money, I guess. All of it Shung. We've got 9 silver, and I'll pay the rest in copper. Whatever that works out.
Shekels.
Eh?
Make sure you pay him a couple short.
You won't be going through.
I
No.
wonder.
A couple of copper short, and then say, "Oh, I thought that was it," and then we'll have a little discussion, and then someone will pull out a couple of copper from the sock.
So
Yeah, no, I don't want to draw too much attention. We've done the bartering thing. Let's
We've got a
just-
job to do. Let's just go.
okay,
Yep.
so your 20 shekels. 20 shekels equals a gold.
Yeah. So I'm down 10. 9 silver, and it was 18 that we were saying, wasn't it?
Yeah. And 18
Okay, so
shekels.
it's 18 copper.
Yep,
Cool.
shekels. Cool. Okay, once he counts the money and he thanks you and welcomes you. Just remember that if you are caught doing anything unlawful, and he gives you a few things, basically it's theft, if it can be proven, fraud. Most of the law is chop off your hand, take out your eye, you're enslaved, your property is taken, all that sort of stuff. It's pretty heavy stuff.
That's funny.
What?
Oh, it's just like what?
Okay. They yeah, and once he's done that, they let you go through. So you start to wander in. You can see immediately you're in more of a caravan district. There are a couple of caravan tents, some houses or structures that are a bit more permanent. Immediately before you, you will, if you have a real good look down here. Oh, we're in the wrong one, of course. Down here, you'll see there's no straight passage straight across. You will be meandering around a little bit, finding your way to get to the street to get to one of the bridges. If that's what you want to do. Or you can try to find, there's lots of Carvanasi, which is like an open air tavern, sort of serving pizza and salads and roasted meat off the flame, all that sort of stuff, and beer and that sort of thing around the place. The first place that you'll find is this double-story place here, to be a place where you can hire a place to stay. And it's an elderly gentleman, short, cropped, small goatee type beard, very thin of face, bird-like, wearing one sort of striped robe with a small, close to a fez type hat. He welcomes you from the door. It says, "Gentlemen, are you looking for a place to stay tonight? Perhaps my establishment."
Why not?
We shall see, my friend.
It is a very safe place. No rats, no fleas.
I'm inclined to walk on.
And what do you wish to charge us for such a luxury? We do not need such luxuries in our life.
Oh, well, men such as yourself, I guess, are used to such things. I was thinking 5 shekels apiece.
Mo, do you like rats?
You were thinking, yes, I'm sure you were. We shall see you later, my friend.
Well,
Maybe.
You know, rooms fill up.
At that price, I doubt it.
Right. So we continue.
Yeah.
Do
Someone
we
needs to
find
tell me-
somewhere?
Yeah. What?
All right. So well, just as a group, are we interested in going for something a little higher up, like low-end merchant district accommodations, or are we wanting something lower, less savoury?
Depends on what we're looking for.
Simple will do me.
Well, considering
Well,
what I assume we've been sleeping in for the past 2 days, anything's going to be better than what we were having.
What,
I'm about to say the solid ground.
why are we here?
Why are we here?
Why are we here?
You know,
We need to stay here for at least 3 days.
So that's all. Yeah, okay, that's all we've been given, right? So,
If we go to, I mean, we told the gate guard that we were merchants, right? So if we clean up a little bit, and if they happen to see us,
the gate guard won't. The gate guard is not going to remember us. We're just some people trying to get in cheaper. Like, we're just a bunch
What's
of
the
people.
population of
They won't
the
remember
area?
us. It's a lot of people here, right?
Yep.
Expensive because we said we're merchants.
We're just some more merchants trying to pay less than we normally would. We're the standard merchant. Every merchant who comes through that gate will be trying to haggle.
Seems complicated. Why can't we just find somewhere?
We can.
I suggest
if
we
that's
go
what you
for the
want to do.
low-end merchant district is where I'd be looking, because I want a bath, and I want a lower chance of stuff being nicked, to be honest.
I'd personally be aiming for somewhere quite local. I'd be asking people who look like they live here where they would stay if they were to come here.
So do we head to the Craftsman's, or do we go for the mall
Well,
then
first
to ask
of all,
around?
Scott, I've forgotten your character's name.
Daras.
Daras. Okay, Daras, you ask a few people, just give me a chance to do my GM roll. 1d100. Do you have any charisma bonus?
Don't think I do with this character. Let me just check now. Charisma. No, it's a 12. That's right. I got no bonuses on.
Most people, they sort of think about it and sort of say, they shrug their shoulders and move on. They sort of do think, but they don't give you the cold shoulder, but they say, well, you'll be able to look around. You'll find plenty of places, my friend.
My friend, do you not know of a friend who might wish to take in some travellers into his house?
7 travellers.
Okay, one guy tells you in no uncertain terms that you're the son of a bastard and you should leave, you bloody foreigners. And after that, you might walk along for a little bit, not wanting to ask anyone, to try to neutralise the sort of negativity in the air. Are you trying to do anything different to change tack?
I suggest we go to the Craftsman's district. We maybe purchase something or ask around there, because I assume we're still in the caravan district. Or alternatively, we can go to a general goods store, purchase a few small things, and
I like the Craftsman's district idea. I'll be looking for something that's unique to the city in terms of what they produce that you can't buy elsewhere.
Okay.
Yep.
So you
I'll
sort
take
of
along.
enter it.
Or
The
we'll
first
go.
thing that strikes you is there are groups of guys, about half a dozen, walking around looking they've got some battens sort of thing, probably tonfas, um, tucked under their belts, and they're not terribly happy looking individuals, and they look like they might be looking for trouble. Do you wish to carry on in that general direction?
I'll avoid them if we
So
can,
just a detour.
but if we do encounter them,
Yep. So if you've
Oh,
zoomed out on your
yep.
map, you'll have had to have gone sideways, out this way sort of thing. So you've gone
see that.
from in here,
Where we go? Where we going?
So you've gone from there, and you're moving now up this street.
Why we move?
Because you're avoiding those big thug guys.
Okay. I'm gonna be a little bit more alert if I need to activate some sort of stance for the soft combat style or something.
Mm-hmm.
No weapons or anything. I'm just gonna sort of
That's fine.
continue there, and we'll.
So you sort of wander around a little bit. You're getting.
Is anyone here, Steve? While we're walking through, if anyone's selling local clothing, like clothing that would.
There are a couple of people, but as you guys near in this area here, there's actually a place that does dyeing, and they've got clothes to sell. But as you get near, they seem to turn away from you and just ignore you, or move away, or shut doors or something. You're not sure
Okay, I
exactly
think
why.
I might take that as a hint. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the only bridge across is back the way we came, right?
Any
If you-
place?
There's no
blocks back,
bridge at the moment. You
Yeah, no bridge.
you have to move. You'll have to move back along the streets, down that way, sort of. Oh,
I just
Yeah,
quietly
it's
suggest we try the
We should
merchants
have gone through.
district again.
We should have gone through the merchants district to get to the.
Mm-hmm.
We probably shouldn't have gone the way we came.
Dogo's hungry. Why we walk around so much?
Well, you walk past the whole of Cavanassi, which had a lot of food.
Oh,
You smell the cooking food and the spices and all that sort of stuff.
Doga, very hungry. Why no stop?
Okay, I think I'm gonna suggest that we head back the way we came and head into the merchant district rather than going the way we were through to the.
And look for some sort of food tavern, restaurant type thing.
Place to rest.
A little bit more established than some
should
shack on the
definitely-
side of the street.
Okay, so you move across this bridge here. Once you get to the other side, you can very much tell the difference. This place is just it's busy, but the people that move about here aren't so poor looking. You can see the odd group of 4 actual guards walking around with their spears and scimitars under their belts. Like almost everywhere else, they're wearing sort of either leather armor or something lighter, half silk or something. Yeah, you sort of come up to this big huge spot in the middle, and
Steve, are the guards what they're wearing? Is that pretty like standard fare, or do they have like specific things that identify them as a guard, or just the fact that they're walking around wearing?
They're
local
walking
gear
around with
and
stuff that
wearing-
looks similar to the guys at the gate.
Okay.
Yep.
Is
Yeah,
that something that?
They have one of those sort of turbany but pointed metal hats on, that sort of thing.
Okay, so it's the hat particularly that would identify them, or?
Probably. The thugs were definitely just ruffians. They didn't wear anything
Yep.
matching.
I'm just thinking, like, could I just walk into a shop and purchase the clothing they're wearing?
You could try.
That's what I'd like to do if I get a chance.
Well, there's lots of shops around the place. You finally get to a small opening, this area up here, and it is a bazaar. But this is a bazaar of heavenly delights. It's already some business going on. There are some people dealing in some high quality cloth, spices, There's a couple of Stakarian merchants who are letting people sample their coffee. Yeah.
Oh, coffee.
I'll slip in for a sample.
Which is very small. It's one of those little winny sort of shot glass sort of size things.
Mhm.
Very, very strong, but very potent. Yep. So, says my friend, perhaps you'd be interested in buying some.
How much for a cup, my friend?
A cup.
Do you sell cups?
I
Or
can.
just-
I can sell you a cup of coffee. Yes. So, of course.
But remember, this is a price for a brother.
A price for a brother. You're Stakarian, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he says, for a brother, sorry, I'm just trying to see, 3 bits.
3
No,
bits
not,
is fair,
not
my
3
friend.
bits. No, not 3 bits. Sorry. Yeah, 3 bits, which is almost 2 copper pieces.
This is a fair price, sir. I'll pay him.
Right. So you get a taste of home.
Yeah, worth it.
He's also got some. There's a pastry sort of sweet, sugary pastry baklava sort of stuff that he's also got there to sell. But that's 6 bits if you want a piece.
The sugar, it rots your teeth, my friend. I do not need this, but the coffee is great. Thank you.
Right. What are the rest of you doing?
Um,
Well,
What about brother of brother?
I want to. Is there any sort of clothing shop, generic clothing shop around here?
there are
nothing
tons
too-
of people
too flashy,
selling different
Yep.
types of cloth.
Okay, I'll look for. Oh, just the cloth, or is this actually
Cloth.
like tailored? Okay.
Well, the merchant sells the basic material. The craftsman build. So in the wrong place for a seamstress or a tailor.
Okay.
And Claudio, there is a huge stand that says the Bazaar of the Heavenly Sense. So what are you doing about your cloth? There's a whole lot of stuff, brightly coloured, dark. There is, I've got to say, oh Scott, you haven't changed your character's name, so I've got nowhere to refer to it. Mr. D.
Yeah, I have.
I just got Scott M on the bottom piece, which is what I'm using to refer to
Oh,
people as.
Ah, that bit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll change that for you.
So you do see a piece of nice silk midnight blue that would suit you really well for certain jobs.
Excellent.
Okay.
How much?
This guy is wanting a fair bit of money. He's not letting it go for anything less than a crescent a yard.
A crescent, a yard.
Yep, and you would need at least 3 yards. So a crescent is worth 1 platinum piece plus 14 silver pieces.
He's dreaming.
No, he's not actually.
Okay.
I just said there's a colour there that you saw that could be helpful.
What, a
But
yard?
Per yard, yes.
What's a platinum 10
That's
gold,
not
is it?
A platinum's
That's
5
not-
gold.
5 gold.
So it's it's close to 5 3/4 of a gold. Yeah,
Yeah. And
Per
how many
meter.
how many yards did you think I'd need?
about 3.
3. So.
Yeah, pence in the top.
Ooh, I'll try to wrangle him down.
Okay.
So-
So you guys are all worried about stuff, and Scott's character is having a lovely time buying stuff. Oh, he says, my friend, I could not
if I could-
possibly part with this. I am sorry, but and he's actually Ottoman. I'm sorry, but no. It is very hard to get this particular colour. It's in great
I'm
demand in Messina.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. It is a very lovely colour. I agree. And as such, reluctant, but more than willing to pay. Maybe the say. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe like
I'll throw it an extra half a yard.
yes, I mean for say I don't know 10 joules.
No,
How much?
No. He says so. You're wanting to pay me more per yard than what I am asking you.
Hang on, wait, that doesn't.
Yeah.
Wait, you said 3 yards, right? And
Yep.
that's
So you're saying all up. He's
14.
talking per yard.
Oh, sorry, no, yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry, I had my calculations a bit off there. The monetary systems, but let's say what? So per yard, so 5. So 7 joules. 7 joules.
Per yard, he says.
right?
Oh, again, I'd be happy to take your money,
That-
but I think it's
Hang on,
over.
where's my calculator? I need a damn calculator at this point.
So,
hang on.
just going back to the two Len brothers,
1.6
you don't have to sound dumb. you
But-
do speak this language.
I know, but I am kind
The
of.
intelligence levels of the two Lean
Is your
brothers are
inte-
not the brightest from
Is
memory.
your intelligence below 4?
It's not.
Then you don't have to speak or sound dumb.
I know, but I don't want to seem too intelligent. Don't want to
That's fine.
offend the rest of the group. You know, with being so
Mm-hmm.
intelligent. You know, so.
Right. Rightio. Okay, so meanwhile, Scott's character's trying to haggle for this piece of silk.
So,
All right.
Yeah.
You find place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
no, because you said 3 yards. Crescent is 1 platinum piece plus 14 silver pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's wanting
that's
a
5
crescent per yard.
yeah, so that would be 5 gold times 3 plus
15
the silver.
and 15, 16, 17, roughly 17 point something gold pieces worth.
Yeah, so 17 gold pieces divide 1.6, which is how many gold pieces a joule's worth, is only 10. It's 10.6. So I was offering less than that.
Yeah, so you're saying total price. He's talking yard, as I said. So you're talking
Okay. Yeah, see, I was talking total price as for the...
Okay. Right out, because he
for the-
sells it
yeah,
by the yard.
sorry. I thought I was a bit confused. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I'll just see how he reacts to that. Good luck. You are a good haggler. It is the middle of the day. I need to go rest. Yes, I'll take your money.
Excellent.
So he pulls out a knife, measures out. You can watch him. He measures out 3 yards. He cuts it.
Well, he said he'd throw in an extra half.
That's for the full price.
It's 3.5 yards.
That's
Oh,
for the
okay, fair
full
enough.
price.
You gotta try.
I know, he says. And he wraps it up for you and hands it to you.
Cool.
Thank you. Meanwhile, the rest of your crowd sort of dispersed a little bit. You haven't left each other, but you dispersed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get everyone, please, to give me a 4d6, and you're rolling under your intelligence.
Oh, jeez.
I have to get like 4 ones or something. Come on. No. Damn, they're 6. So close.
I was actually
Nope.
pretty close too.
I am 5 over.
I'm 3 over.
1 under.
1 under? Okay, radio. And your character is that one.
I'm 1 under 2, if I was included in that.
Yep. Give me a second. Okay, and what are the rest of you doing?
Sorry, was
Like
the
that
other?
would have just been... Sorry, go Sid.
Sorry, I was about to say. I think it was Scott who was Scott in this as well. Did he get the same thing?
Oh,
I was
you don't
one
have a
under.
telepathic link, so
Oh
it's
no, okay.
just something that you notice.
All right.
I think I was just talking with
Okay.
Mhm.
my brother about what exactly it is we're going to be doing while after he's finished haggling.
I mean, I want to go grab food.
I would have
Mhm.
looked around slightly, only approaching any stalls where obviously women were the sellers.
Well,
But
all
primarily
the
I've
sellers
just
are
been trying to
male.
keep my... Okay, at which point I won't be sort of moving too far away from the group at all.
Mhm.
And
There are some
I will
women
have only been
amongst
sort
the
of
crowd.
keeping my eye out for, as in shoppers or servants.
More people moving through. You're not sure.
Are there food stalls
At
nearby?
which point not bother. But keeping my eye out mainly then only for what typically the Elysium Order tend to look for.
Mm-hmm.
How close is the nearest food store?
Nothing nearby.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Hmm.
What are we again? Magic user? Who are the FUDs and things?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we could go around the circle.
Class-wise, okay, Andy is a thief, Claudio is a magic user, Doga is a fighter, Katsumoto is a ranger, Scott is an assassin, Mold is a fighter, and Afa is a... I forgot. Fighter.
Oh, damn it.
It seems like Alpha and Kat are probably trying to convince everyone to find a place.
Well,
leave the
first off,
haggling for
like,
later. We've got a couple of days, so...
Oh, but he couldn't just pass up this particular shade.
Good for him.
Will be very good for him.
particularly for his occupation.
Mm-hmm.
Can we find a place to sleep, please?
I was about to say, first off,
we want sleep, not
I
food.
sort of
I want both.
try and as best as I can make the suggestion that we should find the bazaar that we're supposed to be looking for first, and then find somewhere close to that to stay.
Sounds good to me.
Tatiana, shall we take a walk around the city and see if we can spot any places with our little friends symbol?
Well, that's what I've been doing since I walked into town. I mean, in my quiet, keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
And anything, as a group first, because we don't have anywhere that we know to meet.
Right, so at
We
the moment,
we should probably
the group is here.
find the bazaar that we're supposed to be meeting at in 3 days, the thing, and then find somewhere close to there to stay, and then find a local eatery in that same vicinity and start listening out for local news and gossip.
Sounds logical to me.
Okay, so
I
how
mean,
are you
we've
going to
got a
find
couple
out where it is?
Sounds wise.
At which point I will ask one of the, well, that would be the best option, but obviously I'd say we'll move away from this particular bazaar first rather than insult anyone here with asking them where a different bazaar is. So move, 2 or 3 blocks away, and then possibly, if I can, approach, any particular sort of lady on the street that passes, and ask the location of the Bazaar of the Dark Plum.
Okay, and do you have any charisma bonus or penalty?
I'm a charisma 17.
What's it gives you a bonus percentage-wise?
For reaction mod.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm really good at
So, charisma, reaction adjustments, plus 30%.
Okay. Oh, she says, yes, I know where that is. I can take you there. One of my friends makes the most amazing pastries. Please. And she's all gabbling along to you. She grabs you by the arm and she leads you forth. You're sort of leaving the group behind as she sort of carries you forth. And she talks about, it's one of the best little bazaars. It's tucked away in the corner. And it's actually all the way over here. Okay, right over here. Says that it was very pretty, I was told, when the river was running, but but of course now it's just a dried bedrock, and people use it to sleep in, those poor souls that don't actually can afford a room anywhere. Very dangerous though, don't do that, my young dear. Make sure you get off the streets before nightfall, you never know what could happen. And she keeps on talking and talking and going on. About 3/4 of the way through the discussion, she actually introduces herself finally as Shilaya. And she is...
Oh, thank you. She a liar.
Yeah, yes she is. And she tells you that her friends there, cousins connected to the one of the best carvers, and she gives you almost like the whole family catalogue. She can't bloody shut up. But anyway, she does deliver you to the bazaar. Is there any questions you want to ask of her?
So she's delivered us to the bazaar, at which point, she's mentioned the friends, obviously what we can only assume is either a food stall or a tabernacey.
Okay. She asks you sort of what, and then she suddenly, partway through, she might realise that the rest of the group are following you, if they are.
Yeah.
Basically, make mention that, I'm just a traveller here with, this this group of merchants, and point to obviously the one that looks like a merchant would be Darius.
Right.
Although I don't know them particularly well. I'm mainly here with Katsumoto, which is...
Oh, she goes, oh, you're with one of them. That must be very unfortunate for you. I would be very careful where you go with him. There's lots of antipathy towards his kind, you know.
Yes, I am aware of that.
I just smile.
So, once, so we're ready to part ways, I'll ask if there's any sort of area,
well, she suggests anything
she would recommend.
In this area here, you'd find good food. You can have a look around. This place here is another good place of lodging. It's a little bit more expensive, but she says should probably trust the tavern keeper there more than anywhere else. At least there's a stock thing that you can put down to shut the door at night, as well as the shutters on the windows.
At which point, like I say, I'll make sure I thank her properly for bringing us here. It was most gracious of her to take the time out of her day.
Oh, there's nothing else coming this way anyway. And she sort of just says she might see you around somewhere, and she comes here almost every day, so she hopes to see you again, and leaves you to your part. And yes, your purse is still on you. Instead of this sort of blank spot here, it is actually filled up with a few businesses, if you like.
Right.
They are all temporary tent stall-y sort of things. The one with the 2 stories is a permanent building. Anything with the 2 stories is a permanent building. The other ones can be considered to be big tents.
Okay.
Yep. So So this place over here, when you go in, the gentleman there is sort of looks you over, and you get that really cold, tingly sensation all over your skin, like he's sizing you up like a hunk of meat. And he smiles, which shows.
Yeah, that just makes her drop her head into her friggin'
Yep.
chest
And
a little
he's
bit.
got a gold tooth sort of thing. Oh, he says, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Yes, sir. How can I help you? Claudia, you said hello, so I'm assuming you're saying something.
You know, he was just being pleasant. Nice. Hello.
And he says, hello. How can I help you?
Wait, did we know what we were walking into this place for?
We want
lodging.
We want
Lord
we want
Lodgings.
room.
Yeah.
Oh, we want room.
Yeah.
We want a room, please.
Yes, we require lodgings or somewhere to.
Certainly.
Rest?
As he talks to you, he keeps on sort of glancing back at Kat and then over to FF.
I'd step forward here and I'd say, what are your prices here for a room for myself and my friends here? We'll be staying a couple of days.
Are you intending to, do you wish to have a private room or do you wish to share the common room?
Two private rooms between us would be good.
2 private rooms, he says. Oh. Well,
Or unless
he sort of licks
I'd
his
look
lips a
over
bit.
to the others, unless somebody, objects.
I'm going to say 3 timidly.
Three private rooms.
3. Well, and a couple of days. Would that be 2, 3, 4, or 5 days, my friends?
Let's say 4 days for now, and maybe we will be longer depending on
4
the
days.
sites.
That would be 8 kopecks a night each. Plus, of course, that includes food.
Yes, eight including the food.
Hmm. And if you wish, I have a room that has a place where one can wash.
It would be much appreciated. I trust this is no extra, considering that
No,
we will be staying.
not at all.
Yes.
Not at all.
Excellent. Well, I'd look over, see if we're getting any sort of objections from the others, and what's the total here actually? You said 8 kopecks per person
Per night. Yes.
for the 4 days.
Oh, per night. Per night.
Bro, can you help me with the math?
Eight per
okay.
night.
That's
Jeez.
a lot of
8
kopecks.
silver. 8 silver a night,
Yeah.
including food.
Yeah, so
silver.
that's 22 gold, 22 and a half gold between us. It's quite pricey.
8 kopek a night.
8 kopecks are
Sure.
worth 8 silver.
8 yeah, I've got. How long are we staying?
So,
Claudia, can you make me a 46 roll, please?
So it's sorry.
I need Claudia to make a D46 roll. Thank you. It's okay. You guys carry on. We're just doing something. It's all sweet.
Okay.
You did get those other messages, right, Steve?
Yeah.
So we're looking at 3.2 gold each.
I hand over. I think 30. No, hang on.
3 rubles,
32
2 kopecks.
silver. 32 silver.
32 kopecks.
Yeah.
Believe that's all of it.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to catch on to the money real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Just Dogar's trying to figure it out.
I hand over 2 ruble and
You hand over the money. That's all fine.
hand over the money. That's right.
Yep,
Yeah,
there we go.
basically I fish out the what's it, 3 ruble, 2 shekel, kopek, and hand it forward to whomever is coughing it all over.
32 kopecks. There
I'll
we
hand
go.
over 2 jewels.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are we paying in which system are we paying
Yeah,
in?
he looks at as long as the money equals what he expects, he'll accept it. He's not worried about the money. There's no real difference here. Stakarian money is just as good as Shung. It's just different.
Okay. Yep.
So each person would be required to pay
Thanks, bro.
28 shekels, or
Really?
2 kopecks and 8 shekels, or
Oh, it's 2
My
kopecks,
math
8 shekels, is it?
I thought you said it was
your math
8.
must be
8 shekels
eight
per
8
night.
per night times 4.
Times
Yeah,
4.
cool.
Oh, yeah,
nights.
no, that's 32 then. Yeah,
32,
it's
sorry,
3.2.
32. Yep, 32.
Yeah.
Okay.
32
I
kopecks.
was thinking I used a calculator. I'm not sure how my math is that
Yeah,
far off.
that's okay. That's okay. My multiplication needs to attract attention. Anyway,
So
I'm
sorry,
doing
that's
several things
32
here.
couple for all of us? For all
32
Each.
per person.
Per
That
person
covers
for
your
4
stay and your
Food.
food.
I'm assuming that's set meals and not just...
Oh no, you have a menu you can choose.
So, okay, cool.
So,
And is that a menu we can choose from
it's,
at any point during the day, or are there set meals?
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, and
Okay.
these things aren't like from the north. These things are, well, lunch and dinner tend to be more feastified. Breakfast is something to get you through the day. Lunch actually happens, like, breakfast happens quite early in the morning, about 7 o'clock for us, whereas lunch happens about 2 o'clock, and the meal happens about 8 o'clock, night meal.
Okay.
And the last two are quite feasty. Okay, so you are sitting down to some lunch, and today there is pheasant, or there is goat, or there is a vegetarian option for those who follow that. There's several different rice and pilaf things along with that. There's several different types of breads, and you get a mug of ale to go along with all that.
Yay!
Awesome.
So you will sit down to a big meal. You will be full.
You sure?
It is a proper meal. Yes.
Yay!
And very nice and filling after the long days that we've had.
Yep.
Excellent. I'd
So
go
the
and clean
room,
up at
the
the
room
first
you get,
opportunity
yeah,
as
okay.
well.
So the room you've got, the 3 rooms, they are all lockable from the inside with a bar that comes down. The shutters are also lockable. There's who's taking which private rooms? That's the thing.
I suppose
Yeah,
I'll...
wanting to go in by yourself or with FO?
I'll be with bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's sorted.
Yeah, Cat? Okay.
So there's the 2 brothers in one room.
And Cat's going in
Cat's-
by herself?
In the bathroom, or in the room with the...
The
bath,
rooms
or-
that are set up, the max they can take are 4 people. So you've got 3 rooms of 4 people each.
Don't we have enough for just 2 rooms then for the 7 of us?
Just choose a room. It's not that hard.
I'll go in wherever. Though
I still
somewhat-
know, so just
somewhat
fair warning.
conservative. I'll see if I can find the other room.
Sorry, did you manage to pay it, Dave?
Yeah, I'm good. I've got cash.
Okay, so
You got it?
Okay.
Cool.
room 1, 2, and 3. I just need to know, should anything happen, who's in which rooms.
Dogar and I will be in the first room.
Room 1.
Room 1,
Okay.
because we're number 1.
Right.
Just gonna...
Okay, I guess 3.
Okay, who's left?
Just put it in the chat window so I know roughly who's where.
I mean, we don't mind people.
That sounds
I mean,
so
it's
funny.
It just seems that everybody minds us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? They look like very good chaps. I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
I don't. It doesn't bother me. staying with
Bunking
them.
with them. We've
You
had to
come
live
and
in the
run with
blimmin'
us?
wilderness with them for the past God knows how long.
At least
Okay,
month
No,
or
get out of here, Scott.
So Scott, Scott, it sounds like you with a fa, sorry, a fa, a fa, FF. So you were
You
there.
did not want my company, you lovely lady?
So
You
we've
can
got
happily go
3
with her, not me.
room, 2 in the second room, and then
And 2 in the third.
that leaves... Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool, done. Okay, rightio. So you are just, I don't know what you're doing to fill in the rest of your time for the rest of the day before the evening happens and the evening meal and the festivities. Meditation. Okay, you're in the room meditating. I guess you and Kat are meditating. The rest of them don't know what you're doing, but it's possibly highly suspicious. Who knows?
Buff.
Buff.
Like I want bath or just wash.
Oh, okay, righty-o. There's a room. Basically, it's open to the sky, but there's a wooden room partition. There is basically wooden slats. There is a large bowl of water that's used. That's pretty much it. It's cool. It's not hot, but it's to
Awesome.
yeah.
Be in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Get
Well,
out
it's a
of
very hot day, so you don't need it that hot.
No, you don't need that. It's preferably cooler, the better. So you two guys are in there washing. That's fine. What is your percentage? Thank you, Andrew. To
or something.
find traps.
Find and remove traps.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. These are mainly like just a here or something like that, and the thing to tell if they've ever been opened when I come back.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell have I put?
That's okay. Don't worry. We'll do it later.
It's like 25 or something.
Okay, rightio. So you guys set up, you relax, you walk around.
25. It is exactly that.
You visit the bazaar. Does anyone decide they're going to wander away from this general area?
I'd like to head to the crafters district to try and
Yeah,
get
so
some
I'd say
clothes made.
once we've had a small afternoon rest, I was intending on heading out to sort of the bazaar itself, probably try and find a nearby Tavernasi, take a faff with me or someone. Sorry?
Tavernasi is where you are. The Caravanasi is...
Oh, okay, sorry.
open
Like
thing.
a... Yeah. Yeah. And... sit down, have a drink, just try and eavesdrop in on any local conversation and see if I can pick up any local rumours or any of the the goings on and things like that.
Okay, I don't need to worry about that.
But I will be staying in public. Like I say, I'll probably take her with me.
Mm-hmm.
Her being a puff, did you say?
Yeah. There's only one other
Yeah.
in the group.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
What-
certain.
Yeah. What's your chance of hearing noise?
10%. It's real low at first level.
Yep. Okay. So, you would you'd be drinking some sort of watered down thing. You wouldn't want to be getting drunk, would you? So
No, dear
you'd
God, no.
spend 10 dinar on some watered down drinks. mildly fermented goat's milk or something.
Dinar?
Yep.
Oh,
10 dinar.
Is that?
Yep.
I was about to say, is that
Each.
as in
That's a drink. Yeah.
dinar is one of the Stikarian
No, shung money.
coin, is it?
It's tin.
It's Shung.
Isn't they shekel, kopek, and ruble? What the hell?
A
Oh,
ruble
dinar is the
gold,
tin,
kopeks
isn't
are
it?
silver, shekels are copper, and dinars are tin.
Sorry,
Yep.
I forgot it. I forgot about the fucking tin. Yeah. At which point, what's that equate to? A single kopek in the end, isn't it? No, single shekel.
Yep.
Yep.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Which one pay it?
10,
Oh shit.
2 shekels.
See, I knew that there was something I was missing here. 2 shekels. Walk away.
Yep. Okay, so
Right.
you don't actually
Yeah,
hear
cool.
anything. Later that night you have the meal. It is quite a feast. There's lots of entertainment, fires, there's fire, dances, dancing
much ale?
girls, as much as you want to buy. Jugglers,
So
acrobatic
what
troops.
time is it?
It's around about late evening, which would be 9 o'clock-ish.
So,
I
so
wanna
we've spent almost all the whole day here. Have we split up at any time?
Yeah, in the afternoon.
Andy and Afafa have, yes.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Faff.
Afaf.
Chameleon.
If anyone was willing to come with
You
me,
said
I
you
would have.
wanted cultural names, so, you know, there we
That's
go.
fine. No, FF is quite cool. FF. I just need to know how to
Scott.
pronounce it.
Do you need a person?
Faf.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, I'd be keen for someone to come with me to the Traders District.
Okay,
Of the
I'm sure
crafters,
that
sorry.
we would have, if one of us had gone, one of the brothers had gone, the other one would have gone as well. So
Yeah. If you need.
Right?
We're
What's your purpose of going over there? Darius?
I want to get some clothes made out of that silko.
Right.
Or,
Okay.
so anywhere that I could do that, I'd maybe ask the tavern keeper.
He recommends several people over there.
Mhm.
Okay. You walk by those thuggy groups tend to walk by more not so threatening, more ignoring you as if you're back part of this scenery. For some reason they don't
Yeah.
seem to be as upset with the three of you.
I'm not dragging a Pagadashi with me.
Somebody finally clicked. Good. Okay.
I got it from the start.
Yep. Okay. I have to make all of these bloody little secret rolls. Okay. He. Sorry. You go and find someone, you get to the directions you get there, you're greeted by a rather large corpulent man with a straggly beard. He wears a tight turban, voluminous pants, those sort of, those genie pants, and a tight silk, very well fitted shirt. And he welcomes you. Welcome to Amir's. What can I do for you, sir?
Oh, hello. Are you Amir?
I am Amir.
Nice to meet you, Amir. I am Taras.
And what can I do for you, Duras?
I come looking for here you are a master craftsman.
My ladies, they have the finest and quickest hands.
Excellent, excellent. So, fine. Suits me more than quick, as long as it's not obviously slow. I'm looking for some clothes. I have this wonderful silk that I would like.
May I look?
And I show him.
Ah, it is indeed fine silk. And what would you be wanting this made into, sir?
I'll give him a thorough description of what I saw the guards wearing. Without, obviously not mentioning the guards, obviously, but like explain the details of the cut and this is what I'm looking for. Whether or not he picks up on that is
obviously.
I'm just going to see if he does. Give me a second. Something vaguely familiar with that. But yes, we can easily make that outfit for you, sir.
Excellent, my friend. And how much are we talking here? I'm not a rich man. I know this silk is wonderful, but I got a very good deal on it.
Definitely. 10 kopecks, and it's ready for you in 3 days.
Well, could you maybe do 8?
I could do 9.
9 is fair. I'll give you 9.
No, so would you? He asks you to come in and he gets a hold of your measurements and all that sort of stuff, and you start sort of like building it up. He
Is it too late to say our names, or is it are we just here for the ride? Mold?
I'll introduce you to him. Who was with me? Sorry.
Mold and Doga.
Okay, I'll introduce you guys. So these are my friends, and introduce you. They're not from our part, but actually, where are you guys from? Sorry, it's really hard for me to navigate so many screens.
Almighty. God, this takes a while. He says, you're from the north, yes? Amir does.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen some of your countrymen down this way.
Oh, cool.
Good to know.
He told me something very, very important. That sometimes the cruelest lies are told in silence. I don't know if you know of this man.
These are very wise words.
Does I do
Cheerios.
I
heard.
So you two do nothing. You just go, oh, no, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Nope.
I'm not following. Is the
Okay, he says, well. Oh,
I'll just
nice
turn
to
to
meet
Amir
you.
and say, "Hey, do you have an interest in jewelry? Do you like my earring?" And I sort of flick my earring at him.
He says, that is very nice. I would be careful not to show it in some places, but it is good to know.
oh shit!
Yeah, that's what I said. Check your credos.
So he says, perhaps we could take this. I just remembered I might have some of your famous coffee in the back. Would you perhaps like to come in and try some while we wait for the ladies to start?
That sounds very excellent, my friend Amir.
Yes, fine.
My friends, I think they will enjoy a cup as well.
Right.
It took a wee while.
It may be their first time.
I think it is, he says. So he takes you into the back, closes the door, makes sure that he's very, of course, cautious and not making sure no one sort of is listening as best he can. And he says, so, friends, what brings you to the city?
We are here on business. Obviously, for the... Oh, God, I can't even remember what we call ourselves. Order of Elysium.
Well,
for the order.
If you need any help that doesn't endanger my life, I'm more than happy to help.
I appreciate it. At the stage...
And he gives you back half of your money.
Oh, even better.
Do you have the brand?
Does he what?
Does he have a symbol?
No,
Do you have
He
the
have another symbol.
No, he says, no, I am just a friend.
Yeah, there's two different levels. There's acquaintances to the order, at which point they will typically have a different symbol that's somewhere, but they won't have it on them, and then there's us as the actual order members.
Okay.
Thank you, Fred.
So,
Has he heard any news recently?
I have heard of possible news that in the northern quarters around the area of the old temple and wealthy quarter, that there is a small group of the Oros, which is another order. They are neutral to you guys, but they're not out for you, but they are known to swing for and against sort of thing. But then, isn't that every order? But the thing is, they're not out after you.
They're just neutral.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
The place we're staying, Amir. Do you know if the people who operate this place are friends of the order?
No.
We have kind of just stumbled into it, but
No.
no. Okay. Good to know.
Be very careful, although I do believe there are some people there that will be sympathetic to you. Be careful in mixing in those areas because there are a lot of people from outside of the city, and I would not know
very good to know.
Their allegiance.
Thank you. What else would I like to know? I'll ask him if I was to purchase something here. What is the city well known for? What could I purchase here and sell at a very high profit elsewhere? This is something you should definitely know.
I would probably think that the city is well known for its metalwork.
Metalwork, okay. Weapons or more?
More usable.
Ornaments.
More no. So, things of use.
Use, okay. Tools.
Like lanterns or brass plates or bowls or things of that nature. Utensils. Not so much.
Does he know of a particularly good craftsman?
He can set you up with someone. Unfortunately, he will charge you the full price. He is not a friend.
This is okay. It's still it should be beneficial later on.
Rightio, he'll send you that way.
Do you know where to buy nice food? I mean, the stuff we had was nice earlier, but I like food.
He sort of looks at you and he pats your thumb and he says, obviously not as much as I.
Yeah, smoke.
And he pulls out a sort of a metal tin, he pulls it apart and he's got some of that pastry stuff and he gets a big huge mouthful and he offers it to each of you.
Ooh! Thank you.
Extremely sweet. It's honey and sugar and some other sort of florally taste. Yeah, and sticky.
Interesting.
Oh, baklava, love it. So great.
Yeah. He says, I think we should not talk too long, otherwise the ladies, their tongues wag. Your clothes will be ready for you in 2 days' time. If you have any further need of me, please call by, and if I can offer my help, I will.
Excellent. Thank you, Amir.
Amir.
Amir. Yeah, sorry. Amir, your information has been invaluable already.
Indeed it has.
Thank you for the food.
You're more than welcome. So he, okay, so you do that, Sid, when you want to. They come back. As I said, it's night time, big huge feast. lots of entertainment. It's quite an enjoyable place after all those many long days out in the middle of nowhere in the heat. Um, enough to drink. I would say if you all put down, I don't know,
How much for the night? Yeah. Of
uh,
ale.
I'd say if you put down perhaps 5 shekels, that should see you through several drinks.
Done.
And they do have like fermented goat's milk. They have beer. They have honey mead. They don't do they have
What do we
liquor.
usually drink up north?
Um,
Just ale.
Ale and really really badly fermented goat's milk.
Oh.
Really strongly fermented goat's milk. Okay. So apart from you going off, everyone else is just going to sort of stick around and not do too much.
Like I said, I'm now basically just going to spend the next few days, either with sort of Afafo Katsumoto, hovering the sort of the
Yep.
the area, keeping an eye out for Shilaya, and possibly spending time with her if I need. If I can figure that she might be able to show me anything else in the area. If I spot her in the bazaar.
Yep.
Um,
Okay, so the 2 days go past basically.
Steve, during that time I'll go to the guy that Amir told me about, the brass merchant, metal worker, whatever he is, and
keep your
look to
weapons as
purchase-
sharp as your wit.
look to purchase some items that I think will turn a high profit elsewhere.
It's going to be heavy because it's all metal.
Yeah, I'll be looking for some small items. I don't want it to be too heavy.
Perhaps a small oil lantern and a couple of small bowls.
Yep, that sounds about the sort of thing I'm looking for. Yep.
Yep. Okay, so you'll probably be spending a ruble on the whole lot.
Are there fighting grounds in this like city, or
You'll find them soon enough.
Yes. Okay. Yep. I can do a ruble on that.
I mean not like wrestling or something to do.
There is lots to do. There is lots to relax, is to drink, to sing, to party. Basically, apart from work. The other thing that people do in this area is party really hard at the night times.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, so you spend most of the day walking around looking for stuff to do, or just going to sleep, and then at night time it really comes alive.
Sweet.
So the third day comes by, and you guys are
Can I inquire about other Padukshu?
Party.
about other what? Sorry,
Can I inquire about other Padugushu in the city?
you can
During those 2
try.
days? And I was looking to see
yeah.
if there is anybody wanting to, or in need of some acupuncture or something, ply a bit of acupuncture trade.
Okay, so you set yourself up in the bazaar. You paid your taxes as a merchant, so you can set up a
I
business.
don't know, whatever's appropriate.
So you set out some sort of cloth on the ground for people to lie down on as you do your job.
Cool.
Yep. So just give me a second.
If I can, Steve, if I'm not up to much at the time, I'm just going to sort of lurk around the area and just keep an eye on him, knowing that he's likely to get roughed up. And if I see anyone heading that way, and I think I can trip them or something and try to distract them from getting its way, I will.
Okay, so you end up earning, Mr. Pagadashu, you end up earning 6 shekels and 50 dinar from your work over the past 2 days.
Are there any who look like they were down on their luck that couldn't afford to pay?
Well, that's a mixture of people who've paid and who you've actually done some work with. And you just talk to them, and The message you get is most people, and you're getting mostly old people, or people who have various ailments, that sort of stuff. People sort of more desperate, and I need you to give me a 4d6 roll, please. Okay. You notice in this particular bazaar there are lots of poor people around the place. They haven't approached you or anything, they just seem to be beggars or that sort of nature. And the message you sort of get is that the Pagadashu people are not well received in this city, although the people that you are healing are very, very grateful for your abilities. And some of them, they have to trade in food because that's all they've got to give you for your services.
If that's all they've got to give me, then I'm not accepting anything.
Okay. But you do make that much money from other people who can pay you in money.
At the end of the day, I'll go around and hand out the 15 dinar to the various poor people that are there.
Okay. There you go. On the third day, give me a 5d6 roll then, Claudio. Is that under your intelligence? Or equal to? Sid? Sid? Is that under or equal to your intelligence?
He just accidentally left. Drat.
He disappeared from the call.
Excellent. Okay, when he gets back, we'll have to ask him. Excellent.
He's still sitting in Roll20, so we
Yeah,
might be
I
able to see
know.
that.
Hang on. Where is
There we go, he's back.
Yep, I can have a look.
So, sorry, my USB decided to play musical chairs on itself.
No, it's okay. I had a look. It's not on your intelligence, so that's all cool.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not.
yep. You don't seem to find any place, either through asking, people don't sort of understand exactly what you're wanting, or they tend to not fear you, but just sort of keep themselves a little bit apart from you once they realise you're sort of dealing magics for some reason or other.
He's also Carpathian.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're all the same religion, aren't we?
What's
I'm just
religion?
gonna go like, oh, then I was asking out of character.
Out of character, each culture might have their own religion. If they do, it will be hidden.
Claudio's.
This place is non-religious.
Yeah.
There's no clerics. There's no druids here.
Then why is there a temple district?
As I said, the temple district that was here before the Shung came along. Yeah. Okay, so on the third day, Katsumoto, you're approached by one of the beggars who comes over. He's a dark gentleman, probably a Tyrian, who knows. Introduces himself as Adis. I'll just show him to you. Hopefully you can see that.
Yep.
Yep. So Adis Balga. And he says he thanks you for the money a few days ago. It filled his stomach many times and helped many people. He says he wishes to tell you that a generous man is always thrice blessed.
I tell him that. Hold on, let me look quickly.
A reply, benevolence and righteousness be your armor.
I tell him humbleness is a powerful weapon.
He gives him a big, huge sort of toothy smile or toothless smile, and he says, "I have been waiting for you. Your job. There is a person of high regard in the Shung military. He will be arriving within a few weeks. you need to do something before he arrives. There is a specific weapon that he needs to be assassinated with. This will send a clear message to those who understand the nature of this. Unfortunately, don't you just love that bit? Unfortunately, the item that you seek is in the tomb of Anum al-Kedi. It is in the surrounding area. I can give you a rough direction. You will have to gain entrance to the tomb, overcome whatever is therein, and bring back al-Kedi's dagger.
Okay.
Once you have retrieved the dagger, return. On the second day that you have returned to the bazaar, a contact will be sent to you. With further information.
Am I hearing a vacuum cleaner?
Probably, I don't know.
Oh
Okay.
shit! Sorry, that's the washing machine.
That's alright. So, that's basically what he tells you. You guys are going to be finding something first.
Well, after he says all of that, I shall greet him with, or well, say goodbye with, it sounds like we need to let common sense and insanity be our guides.
Walk by faith, my friend, not by sight. And he just smiles and leaves you. And bows and, yeah.
I bow back, obviously.
Yeah. You would head back in to your group, I guess, and tell everybody.
Oh yeah, immediately.
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing?
This is the third day. I'll go and pick up my clothes.
Second day. Yeah.
Second day, sorry.
You'll
Okay.
be picking
All
them
right.
up.
So,
Yep.
Did you need your bodyguards again, or are you fine?
oh, no, I'm not going. Not going tomorrow.
Yep.
I think the same question applies.
Do you want us to come with you?
When I
I'm
return, probably,
sure-
but yeah, not so.
Sure, you can handle yourself. It's just, you know.
It's never a good idea to go wandering by yourself, even in the city.
I just clarify that once you pick up your stuff, we'll be heading out. What time of day is it?
I don't need to pick up.
It would be early morning.
Early morning.
Yep.
So do we head out probably around midday? Should give you plenty of time, or
Well, it's early morning is around about 8 o'clock.
yeah. So he's got plenty of time to walk across to the craftsman
Oh,
pick up.
It's not until the next day
Takes all
that
of 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
it's not until the next day anyway that the stuff's ready.
He said he
I-
would get it ready in 2 days for you.
Oh, sorry, 2 days. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Where do people put their marks?
Left forearm.
Mine's on my earring.
Mine's on my hand underneath my haphazard gloves that I made.
Right.
Nowhere you've seen.
I was thinking on my palm. Because then when I grab people, they see it.
Entirely up to you.
Yeah. Yep.
The skills that you learnt with the knowledges that you took.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
e.g., I'm very good at like urban knowledge, etiquette, and the occult.
Yeah, I think I took both in the magic and the occult.
How did you get 3, Andrew? Because you only had a primary and a secondary. Yeah, but it's just yeah. Well, some of it, yeah, but yeah, it's also living in a city sort of thing. But yep, yeah, yeah. No, urban is it? Because it's a base, the ground grace model. Oh, so cool, so cool. Okay, rightio, gentlemen. So that is where I'm going to call it tonight.